Krishna Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Saturday. It is 2nd of May. It is Jyeshta Masa or Trivikrama Masa. It is a new month starts today. It is a Pratipat Krishna Paksha and a Part3 or Pratipat. So apart from that month beginning, there are no other Vaishnava events in the calendar. So we shall move with our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Maitreya Muni is speaking about the Brahma's creation. And here, whenever Brahma was contemplating how to lift the earth from the Garbhodaka ocean, so for a very long time. So during that time, there was a small Varaha, which has appeared from the nostril of Lord Brahma. And that is like with the size of tip of the thumb. And then in a moments of time, it has situated in the sky and grown very big, gigantically, like an elephant, gigantic elephant, like a gradual increase very big. It is very wonderful. Likewise, Maitreya Muni started speaking. So, iti abhijjhayito naso nasa vivarat sahasa nagha varahatoko nirgad angushta parimanakaha. Angushta parimanaka. It is very small. Varahatoko. Okay, so varahatoko is a small varaha. And then, while they are all looking, tasya vipassitaha kastaha. While they're all looking, so in the sky, it is growing Chanena Kila Bharata. In the moments of time, oh Vidura, do you know what has happened? Maitreya Muni is saying to Vidura, Chanena Kila Bharata, Gajamatraha Pravavrude, Tadadbhutam Mahad, um, Tadadbhutam Abun Mahan. It is very wonderfully grown up, very big, gigantic elephant like that. Gajamatraha Pravavrude, Tadadbhutam Abun Mahan. And then Maitreya Muni further saying that, so when wonderful things are happening, um, Brahma, along with his children, like the Marichi and all everyone else, and Kumaras and Swayambhumanu, looking at that form of the Varaha Bhagavan, so they are thinking, what is this one? It's a Sukar in the form of Sukara. So likewise, they started discussing among themselves. It looks very wonderful. And likewise, they're all thinking, and Brahma is thinking, it is so wonderful. It came from my nose and became very big in the and situated in the sky. Likewise, they're all discussing among themselves. Would it be the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Likewise, they're all discussing. Tarkayamasa. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 13, verse number 20, 21, and 22. मरीचिप्रमुखैः विप्रैः कुमारैः मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्रधा मरीचिप्रमुखैः विप्रैः Marichi, the great sage Marichi, Pramukaihi, headed by, and Vipraihi, all the Brahmanas. There are other children like Matri, Pulaha, Pulasya, Atri, and Narada Muni, 4 Kumaras, and many other Brahmanas. Vipraihi, Kumaraihi Maruna Saha. Kumaraihi is with 4 Kumaras, Maruna and with Swayambhu Manu and Satarupa. Saha along with Drishtva Tat Saukaram Rupam. They are looking at that form. Drishtva, seeing that Saukaram Rupam appearing like a boar. Saukaram Rupam. Tarkayamasa argued among themselves Chitradha in various ways. This is very beautiful way. If something is happening, all come together, people will come together and discuss something among themselves. But everything is situated centering around the Lord. Okay, it is so beautiful. Tarkayamasa Chitradha in various ways. मरीचि प्रमुखैः विप्रैः कुमारैः मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्रधा. So struck with wonder at observing the wonderful boar-like form in the sky, Brahma with great Brahmanas like Marichi as well as the Kumaras and Manu began to argue in various ways. Yes, there is no purport for this one. We shall move to the next slok as well. And they're discussing what is this form of the Sukara form, and it looks so very beautiful, extraordinary. Likewise, Kim yetat Sukara Vyajam Sattvam Divyam Avastitam Aho Bata Asharyam Idham Nasaya Me Vinishrutam. Kim yetat Sukara Vyajam. So their pretension is what this Sukara bore and Vyajam. So it is their pretension. What is this form? Sattvam, this entity, Divyam, extraordinary. Avastitam, it is situated in the sky. Kastaha, it is situated in the sky. Kim yet Sukara Vyajam Sattvam Divyam Avastitam. Aho Bata Asharyam Idam. Aho Bata. Oh, it is. Bata Asharyam. Very wonderful. Idam. Nasaya me Vidishrutam. And it has appeared from my nose. It came out from my nose. Likewise, Brahma is thinking. Okay, so Kim etat Sukaravyajam Sattvam Divyam Avastitam Aho Bat Asharyamidam Nasaya me Vinishrutam. Set translation. In this some extraordinary living extraordinary entity come in the pretense of a boar. It is very wonderful that he has come from my nose. Yes, this is very beautiful. Sometimes even as human beings also, there are few 9 holes. It is called Navarandrapuri. Body is of Navarandrapuri. It contains so many of living entities as well. And we also live in this body. We are the prime living entity. Along with that, there are other living entities also reside within the body. In the womb of a mother, Sahodaraha, Sahodaraihi. Sahodara generally is the brothers came from the same mother, from the same womb of a mother. So there, along with the baby, there are small gems, small or they're all called, I don't remember exactly. So there are small gems are also there. They are also born out of the womb. They are called brothers of a baby. Sahodaraihi. And they all sometimes bite the delicate body of a baby, even though they are brothers. So here, um, they also come out from our bodies from somewhere or other. The living entity sometimes, uh, when the children are going for the stool, some living entities also come. They are also thinking that they are afraid. Sometimes we see that one. Likewise, Brahma is thinking, it has come from my nose, this Varahatoka. It is so wonderful. What is this? So this is Ahobat Asharyamidam Nasaye me Vinishritam. But here Brahma's body is different. and the human body is completely dense with the earth. Brahma's body is dense with all intelligence. And likewise, all the great sages, their bodies are also bit higher than the normal, ordinary human beings. And Swayambhumanu, again, he is a humankind. He's called Kayam. So he appeared from the Brahma's body. Okay, they're all thinking like that. Okay, what is this wonderful that he has come from my nose? That is Brahma's pretension. Okay, so there is no purport. We shall move to the next sloka as well. So here, it is just like it appeared very small, but in a moments of time, it has become very bigger. Whether it is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, likewise, Brahma is contemplating on it. Is the Yajna Purusha, likewise. दृष्ट्वोऽङ्गुष्ठशिरोमात्रः क्षणद्गण्डाशिलासमहम् अपि स्विद्भगवानेश यज्ञो मे खेदयन्मनः दृष्टो अंगुष्ठशिरोमात्रः. And just seeing that angusta matra, it is a tip of a thumb. It was only a tip of thumb. Drushto angusta matraha. But kshanad, immediately in a moments of time, Gandasila samaha. Gandasila is a large stone. Samaha, it like that, it has grown in the sky. Kshanad Gandasila samaha. Apis with Bhagavanesha, whether it will be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Apis with Bhagavanesha. Yajno me kedayan manaha. And Bhagavanesha and he is Yajnaha or Vishnu. Yajna Purusha is Vishnu. Yajnomi. So, and he is thinking, Kedayan Manaha, my mind is getting perturbed. Likewise, Brahma is contemplating. Yajnomi Kedayan Manaha. Drushto Angusta Siromatraha Kshanat Ganda Silasamaha. Apis with Bhagavanesha Yajnomi Kedayan Manaha. Okay, so translation. First of all, this boar was seen no bigger than the tip of a thumb, and within a moment, he was a large as a stone. My mind is perturbed. Is he the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu? Likewise, Brahma is contemplating. And purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It's a tiny purport. Sanchita Mataji, would you like to read the purport as well?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you. Since Brahma is the supermost person in the universe and he had never before experienced such a form, he could guess that the wonderful appearance of the boar was an incarnation of Vishnu. Uncommon features symptomatic to the incarnation of Godhead can bewilder even the mind of Brahma. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here, in the previously, Lord Brahma was contemplating. Lord only needs to help me in this endeavor to create how to live to this earth. So Sa Isho Vididhatu me. And then before that also, I am trying to create a progeny, but something or some disturbance, but progeny is not getting expanded. So for this one, only the destiny is the cause. So I am doing my duty, whatever is prescribed to me. Likewise, Brahma is saying, now Lord has appeared. And here, they have not seen this kind of form before. So during the time, there is not much population as well. There's just very few people. And those Brahmanas and Brahma, so only those, and they have not experienced. And he could guess that wonderful appearance of the boar was an incarnation of Vishnu. Okay, again, this is Brahma's. Brahma means is completely his intelligence personified, or Vedas personified, Veda Garbha. So he is contemplating wonderful appearance of the boar was an incarnation of Vishnu. And the uncommon features symptomatic of the incarnation of God can bewilder even the mind of Brahma. And he is also called Urukrami. And we have got this Vamana form, Vamana Avtara. It is also that form, it has expanded to very huge. It, he has occupied within the two steps, all the land, Bhumandala, and with another step, all the sky, and he has even pierced the coverings of the universe. He has pierced even the coverings of the universe. So that kind, gigantic form. So here again, another gigantic form. These forms are not ordinary. Here, this boar form is going to lift the earth from the water. Yes, so they're all getting bewildered here. Even just like when devotees are also they're seeing such kind of wonderful activities, they also bewildered sometimes. How could it happen? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's purport. It is just a bewilderment even to Brahma. So दृष्टांगुष्ठ शिरोमात्रः क्षणात् गण्डशिलासमः अपि स्विद् भगवान् एष यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः. Yes, we shall go and recite these three shlokas. मरीचि प्रमुखैः विप्रैः कुमारैः मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्रधा. I request all devotees to repeat line by line. मरीचि प्रमुखैर्विप्रैः
मरीचि प्रमुखैः
मरीचि प्रमुखैर्विप्रैः
कुमारैः मनुना सह
कुमारैः मनुना सह
दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं
दृष्ट्वा
तत्सौकरं रूपं
तर्कयामास चित्रधा.
तर्कयामास चित्रता.
Again. मरीचि प्रमुखैर्विप्रैः
मरीचि
प्रमुखैः
प्रमुखैः
कुमारैर्मनुना सह
कुमारैर्मनुना सह
दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं
दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं
रूपं
तर्कयामास चित्रधा.
तर्कयामास चित्रधा.
Once more. मरीचि प्रमुखैर्विप्रैः
मरीचि
प्रमुखैर्विप्रैः
कुमारैर्मनुना सह
कुमारैर्मनुना सह
दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं
दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं
रूपं
तर्कयामास चित्रधा.
तर्कयामास चित्रधा.
Very beautiful. Can I request devotees take your time to recite? Sanchita Mataji, would you like to start?
You ask me, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
मरीचि प्रमुखैः विप्रैः कुमारैः मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्रधा.
Thank you, Mataji. Hangman Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण. मरीचि प्रमुखैर्विप्रैः कुमारे मनुना सह दृष्टावतत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्रधा. हरे कृष्ण.
Very beautiful. Garingi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay.
मरीचि प्रमुखैर्विप्रैः कुमारैर्मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्तदा. हरे कृष्ण.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
मरीचि प्रमुखे विप्रेः कुमारी मनुना सह दृष्टा तत्सु करं रूपं तर्कया अशचित्रता.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you. मरीचि प्रमुखैः विप्रैः कुमारे मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्रता. हरे
Very
कृष्ण.
beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Sita Sundari Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। मरीचि प्रमुखैर्विप्रैः कुमारैर्मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्राधा. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Mataji. Do you have Prabhuji?
No,
Sure,
he
Mataji.
is not comfortable.
Sure, Mataji.
Sorry.
Jai Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Marichi pramukhehi viprehi kumareirmanu nasaha drushtva tat sokaram rupam tarkayam asa chitradha. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Would you like with that translation, Mataji?
Yes, thank you. Struck with wonder at observing the wonderful boar-like form in the sky, Brahma with great Brahmanas like Marichi, as well as the Kumaras and Manu, began to argue in various ways. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Okay, we shall recite next shloka as well. किं एतत् सूकरव्याजं सत्त्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम् अहो बत आश्चर्यमिदं नासाय मे विनिश्रुतम्. Can you request again, line by line to repeat? किं एतत् सूकरव्याजं
Kimetat
सूकरव्याजं
सत्त्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम्
sattvam
Sattvam divyam avasthitam
अहो बत आश्चर्यमिदं
aho
अहोबत
bata
आश्चर्यम्
ascharyam
इदम्
नासाय मे विनिश्रुतम्.
nashayane
nishritam.
Again. किम् एतत् सूकरव्याजं
किम् एतत् सूकरव्याजं
तत्सुकरव्याजं
सत्त्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम्
सत्यं दिव्यम्
दिव्यम्
अवस्थितम्
अवस्थितम्
अहो बत आश्चर्यमिदम्
Aho
अहोबत
bata
आश्चर्यम्
ascharyam
इदम्
idam
इदं
नासाय मे विनिश्रुतम्.
नाशाय
nasaya
मे
नासाय मे
विनिश्रुतम्.
Once more. किम् एतत् सूकरव्याजं
kim
किम् एतत्
सूकरव्याजं
सूकरव्याजं
सत्त्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम्
सत्यं
सत्यं
दिव्यम्
दिव्यम्
avasthitam.
अवस्थितम्.
अहो बत आश्चर्यमिदम्
Aho
अहोबत
bata ascharyam idam
दिव्यम् इदं
नासाय मे विनिश्रुतम्.
नासाय
नाशाय मे
me
विनिश्रुतम्.
vinishritam.
Very nice. Thank you. Again, just like as previous sequence, again, can I request you to take your time, please? Samhita Mataji, please.
किम् एतत् शूकरव्याजं सत्त्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम् अहो वाताश्चर्यम् इदं नासाय मे विनिश्रितम्. कृष्ण.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Hangman Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण. किम् एतत् शुकरव्याजं सत्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम् अहो बताश्चर्यम् इदं नाशाये मे विनिश्रितम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Garangi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी की किम एतत्सुकर्व्याजं सत्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम् अहो बत आश्चर्यमिदं नाशायामि विनिहस्रितम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Very nice, thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
इमिते सुकरं व्याजं सत्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम् अहो बत आश्चर्यमिदं नाशाय मे विनिसुतम्.
Very nice, thank you, Mataji. Jai Mataji, please.
Yes, Hare Krishna, thank you. Kimetat sukara vyajam satvam divyam avastitam aho batta ascharyam idam nasaya me vinishrutam. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful, thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Guru Krishna. किमेतत् सुकरव्याजं सत्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम् अहो बताश्चर्यमिदं नासाय मे विनिश्रुतम्.
Very beautiful, thank you, Mataji. Sita Sundari Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. किम् एतत् शुकरव्यजं सत्तं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम् अहो बताश्चर्यम् इदं नाशाय मे विनिश्चितम्.
Very beautiful, thank you, Mataji. Would you also read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, sure. In this extraordinary entity come in the pretense of a boar, it is very wonderful that he has come from my nose. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, and we shall move to the next slok as well. So, दृष्टो अंगुष्ठशिरो मात्रः क्षणात् गण्डशिलासमः अपि स्विद् भगवान् एष यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः. Can I request again to repeat the devotees line by line? दृष्टो अंगुष्ठशिरो मात्रः
Drushto
अंगुष्ठशिरो मात्रः
क्षणात् गण्डशिलासमः
क्षणात् गण्डात् शिलासमः
अपि स्विद् भगवान् एष
अपि
अपि
श्वेतवान्
भगवान्
एष
एष
यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः.
यज्ञो
यज्ञो
मे
मे
खेदयन् मनः.
खेदयन्.
Again. दृष्टो अंगुष्ठशिरो मात्रः
दृष्टो अंगुष्ठशिरो
अंगुष्ठशिरो मात्रः
मात्रः
क्षणात् गण्डशिलासमः
क्षणात् गण्डशिलासमः
अपि स्विद् भगवान् एष
अपि भगवान् एष
यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः.
यज्ञो मे
खेदयन्
मनः.
Once more. दृष्टो अंगुष्ठशिरो मात्रः
दृष्टो
अंगुष्ठशिरो
अंगुष्ठशिरोमात्रः
क्षणात् गण्डशिलासमः
क्षणात् गण्डशिलासमः
अपि स्विद् भगवान् एष
अपि भगवान् एष
यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः.
यज्ञो मे
यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः.
Repeat. Can I request Sita Sundari Mataji to start?
दृष्टोऽनुगुष्ठा शिरो मात्राः क्षणात् गण्डशिला समाहा अपि स्वीषित भगवान् एषा यज्ञमेक्षेद्यान् मनाः. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Want to do it again, Mataji?
Yeah. दृष्ट अनुगुस्था शिरोमत्राः श्रणात् गण्डशिला समः अपि श्रीत् भगवान् एषा यज्ञमेख्येद्यान् मनुः और मनः sorry.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Guru Krishna. Thank you. दृष्टोऽङ्गुष्ठशिरोमत्रः प्राणात्कण्डशिलासमः अपि स्विद्भगवानीश यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण द्रष्टो अंगुष्ठ शिरो मात्र क्षणाद् गण्डशिला समः अपि स्वी भगवानेश यज्ञो मे खेदय मनः.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Mataji, please.
Yes, thank you. Drushto angushta shiromatraha Shanad Ganda ships. Can I start again? Sorry? I was reading something else. Drushto Angushta Shiromatraha Kshanad Ganda Shila Samaha Api Svid Bhagavan Esha Yagno Mekhedayan Manaha. Sorry, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Sanchita Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण दृष्टो अंगुष्ठ शिरो मात्रः शनाद् गण्डशिला समः अपि स्वी भगवानेश यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः. हरे कृष्ण.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Garige Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी के दृष्टो अंगुष्ठा शिरो मात्रः छेनात् गण्डशिला समः अपि स्विद् भगवानेश यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः. कृष्ण.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Hanuman Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. दृष्टो अङ्गुष्ठशिरो मात्रः षण्डगण्डशिला समः अपि स्वेत् भगवान् एषा यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः. Hare Krishna.
And also would you like to read the translation, Mataji, please?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Translation. First of all, this boar was seen no bigger than the tip of a thumb, and within a moment he was as large as a stone. My mind is perturbed. Is he the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu? Hare Krishna.
That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyone else wanted to recite this shloka again? Anyone feel to go another once more?
May I tell you? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
दृष्टोऽङ्गुष्ठशिरोमत्रः क्षणात्कण्डशिलासमः अपि स्विद्भगवानेश यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else want to go? Right?
Yes, Prabhuji, may I please?
Yes, Mataji.
दृष्टो अङ्गुष्ठशिरोमात्रः क्षणाद् गण्डशिला समः अपि स्विद् भगवानेश यज्ञो मे खेदयन् मनः. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else?
दृष्टो अंगुष्ठ शिरो मात्रः शनाद् गण्डशिला समः अपि स्वी भगवानेश yagyo me khedayan manaha.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
द्रष्टो अङ्गुष्ठशिरो मात्र क्षणात् खण्डशिला समः अपि श्रीभगवान् एष यज्ञो मे खेदय मनः.
Very nice.
Hare Krishna. Dishto angusta shiro matraha chenat ganda sila samaha api suida bhagavanesa yagyo mikhidayan manaha. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I can try again.
Yes, ma'am.
Dishtangusta Matraha Shanat Ganda Sila Samaha Apisit Bhagavan Esha Yagna Mekhedyan Manaha.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hey, anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Drishto angushta shiro matraha shannad gandashila samaha api svid bhagavan esa yagno me dayan manaha. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. So initially when we reset, if I have done it once again, if I get once again chance, I want to do it very nice. Likewise, devotees also feel. Okay, so get that satisfaction. Thank you so much. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So here, all the Brahma along with all the children, they are contemplating about the Varaha Bhagavan, whether it is the Supreme Personality of Godhead like that. Okay, we shall move on to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Tamala Krishna, April 22nd, 1971, Bombay. Can I request Sanchita Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you. My dear Tamala, please accept my blessings. Replying your letter dated 13th, just received late as yesterday evening, I beg to reply as follows. I agree to purchase Mr. Mahta's house. The condition mentioned by you appears to be a little hazardous. I wish that we may get full vacant possession immediately and we pay the full amount, all cash down. If they cannot give us full vacant possession immediately, then let them give us the full possession of the first and the second floor on monthly rental basis of 1500 rupees. Then we immediately vacate our present house and move in from 1st May 1971. We live there as temporary tenant, say up to 31st December 1971, and as soon as they are prepared to give us full possession of the house, we pay the full price, settle, say 6,50,000 rupees. This will be clear transactions for both of us. If not, please do the needful. Regarding the festival in Calcutta, I shall attend, even though I go to Moscow by the 1st May 1971 for a fortnight only. Still, I shall be able to come back by 14th May 1971 and attend your festival in due course. In that case, it will be good advertisement for me that I am turning back to Calcutta after preaching in Moscow. How do you like this idea? Then, after finishing Calcutta business, I shall go to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, as we have got a land donated for constructing a temple there. Regarding the big marble deities, if Mr. Poddar has agreed to donate a silver throne for the big size deities, then they will be dispatched from here nicely packed. Regarding Mayapur, I have sent you the power of attorney as desired by you, as well as the second check for rupees not mentioned. Please finish the purchase transactions without delay and make the Calcutta festivals a grand success, better than Berkeley. Gurudas and his wives have already gone in Delhi, and from there they will go to Calcutta. Hope you are all well. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any contemplations on this letter, Mataji?
It's basically kind of admin transactions, not much philosophy here. So Prabhupada is writing to Tamal Krishna Maharaj about like a property in Calcutta which he wants to buy, and he's giving different options how it can be done. So if they get the full possession of the whole house, then he wants to do it as a cash down transactions, like one clear transaction. But if that doesn't happen, then he's happy to take it on a rental basis for 6 months, the first and the second floor, because he wants the property vacant. So if the landlord gives it vacant, then he would like to have the whole house. If not, then the first and the second floor. And then once he gets vacant, then it gets vacant, then he would like, for a certain transaction amount, he would like to buy the property. And at last he says, like, if not, then do the needful. I mean, so situation, things change, so he's very dynamic and he is adaptable to such changes. So this was one point. And then he's mentioning about the festival in Calcutta. I think it's the Rath Yatra. So he wanted to make it a big festival because Prabhupada, after coming from the West, it's the first one he's holding in. Of course, in India, Rath Yatra goes on, but I think this will be the first ISKCON Rath Yatra. So he wants to make it a big festival. And in between, he was sharing his itinerary that he would go to Moscow first for a fortnight and then come back and join, and then from there he will go to Malaysia, because they had been given a land for temple construction. But we see later, we'll find that he, of course, based on the visas how they are given, we see that he first goes to Malaysia in May, and then from there straight away to Australia, and then back to Calcutta, and then from there he goes to Moscow in June. So he's planning one thing, and then as the things progress, so the itinerary changes. And for regarding deities, Mr. Poddar, like he arranges big marble deities. So he says, like, of course we should not just keep deity anywhere. They should be seated on a throne, or even if like at home we don't have throne, some nice clothes, beautiful clothes, something like that. So he's saying like silver throne. Mr. Poddar is donating a silver throne for that. And for Calcutta, for Mayapur, he's has given the power of attorney to Tamal Krishna Maharaj, so that, I mean, as Prabhupada will be traveling quite vigorously in the later years, so the Mayapur, where the main TOVP temple and the Mayapur temple, Chandrodaya temple, wants to be built and is to come, so he won't be there to do all the transactions. So he's given the power of attorney to Tamal Krishna Maharaj so that he can carry on in his absence in Kolkata, in West Bengal. That's all, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. And so yeah, I mean, he says Gurudas and his wife, they were busy with the Vrindavan temple. So they will be getting busy with the Vrindavan temple. So they have gone to Delhi, and all these devotees, we see, like all his disciples, they keep on moving around to different cities as per Prabhupada's instructions, and each one have been allocated one particular zone, so that and they can make temple and do the preaching, book distribution, and spread the mission. That's my reflection, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully summarized. Okay, any other comments, dear devotees? So that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And one point here. Prabhupada is saying once Prabhupada goes to Moscow and returning back, he can advertise that I'm preached in Moscow and then returning to Calcutta, something like that. So this one, sometimes people will go to foreign, oh, he's foreign return, something like that. So Prabhupada is also mentioning he has preached in Kuala Lumpur, Australia, Moscow, and then coming here. And it's kind of a good advertisement for spiritual master so that everyone also will get attention. They get inspiration from that. Thank you, Mataji. That is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and from the announcements point of view. So today evening we have got Chaitanya Charitamrita. Meena Mataji is going to speak this evening. That is our upcoming event. And the devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness or any events, kindly share. Okay, if there are no updates, then we shall move on to Shri Brahma Samhita. Okay, so in the Shri Brahma Samhita, can anyone remind which sloka we have been doing?
37.
Okay, very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. And what is the shloka, Mataji? Can you please recite, Mataji? Can anyone recite that shloka? आनन्दचिन्मयरस प्रतिपाविताभिः ताभीर्य एव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. It is most one of the jewels of Sri Brahma Samhita. Prabhupada is to quote. Anyone has practiced? Anyone wanted to recite? Or try at least? One line at least? As you wanted, as a bird fly in the sky has its limits. So devotee, you can take a turn and do it.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, may I try Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Ananda Chinmaya Yata Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratipha Pitapihi Surprabha have to pick Pratipha Pitapihi Tabirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalapihi गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Very beautiful, very nice. Anyone wanted to do? Sing, Sanchita Mataji, would you like to sing Mataji with a very true, very beautiful musical tune, Mataji?
I can recite, Prabhu, may not sing.
Yes, Mataji, please.
आनन्द चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाभिताभिः ताभेय एव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दम् आदिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can try.
Yes, Mataji, please.
आनन्द चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाविताभि स्तम्भिर्य एव निज रूपतया कलाभि गोलक एव निवसत अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Hare
So
Krishna.
very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Gaurigi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavi Tavis Tavidyaiva Nijarupaya Taya Kalavi Golokaiva Nivasatya Khilatma Bhuta Govindam Adipurasam Tamaham Bhajami. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. This is called Melos Rasa. Each devotee does different tunes, relishing those melos. Jai Mataji, please.
I'll try Prabhuji without looking, but I don't remember much. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibha Vitabhihi. Then I know there is Tabhir in there. Third line is something. There is Nivasati, Akhilatma Bhuto, something like that. I'll have to look. Okay. Yeah. So I can remember some words here and there, but not properly, Prabhuji. I'll look and recite again. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Tabhirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhihi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akhilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. Sorry, Prabhuji, thank you.
Do it again, Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji?
You wanted to do it again, Mataji?
Yes. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Tabhirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhihi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akhilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamham Bhajami.
Very good. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please. Meena Mataji, would you like to recite the Shloka, Mataji? Okay, anyone else?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, would you like to recite?
Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Iva Nija Rupataya Kalabihi Golokaiva Nivasta Akhilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Sanchita Mataji, would you like to go again? Okay. This is Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Tabhijayeva Nijurupataya Kalabihi Goloka eva nivasati akilatma bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Lord is enjoying with all his um, gopis and all their assistants, and so many of them Tabhiri eva Nijrupataya Kalabihi, in his own form, transcendental form. And while they are serving with different kinds of artistic activities, Lord enjoys Goloka eva nivasati. At the same time, Akilatma Bhuto, in the heart of all the living entities. This is Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. Okay, so within this one, anyone would like to read the translation, and then we go to the purport of continuation. Gauringi Mataji, would you like to read the translation, Mataji? Gauringi Mataji. Okay, any other devotees, please?
Yes, Prabhu, may I present?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing his own realm Goloka with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the aesthetic potency process of the 64 artistic activity in the company of a confident Sakri, embodiments of the extension of her bodily form, permit, permitted and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, these are all different rasas one experiences. Okay, so within this one, out of the 64 different artistic rasas, we have covered around up to, I think, 40. So Maniraga Jnana, art of tinging jewels, I think, up to that point. And then, so we shall just continue this one. Akara Jnana, this is art of mineralogy. Akara Jnana is looking at the form. Akara is the form. Jnana, knowing that. And the mineralogy. This is the mineralogy. This is art of mineralogy. Anyone has got any idea on that one? The devotee? Okay, so that is mineralogy or Akara Jnana. And another one is the um, Vrukshayur Veda Yoga, art of practicing medicine or medical treatment by herbs. So this one we used to have this knowledge in the childhood. If one gets a cold, we used to go to one plant and then take some leaves and then eat it. And then by evening it will gone. It will be symptoms are reduced. And the similar way, if one is feeling there is a the neem leaves. And if one who eats the neem leaves for 40 days, around 42 days, one it is called one mandala, then he will be prone to get the he will get the resistance even from the snake bites. So the poison does not affect him. And likewise, there are few other which are very bitter kind of herbals. So as a children, we used to go and then find as an exploratory and then uh, in such a way, we collect those herbs and then eat it. And then we go tamarind leaves and then eat it. It is a natural thing. And go to the forest. There are different kinds of herbs as well. So this is called, it is mentioned. So Vrukshayur Veda Yoga. Vrukshayur Veda, art of practicing medicine or medicinal treatment by herbs. There are many other things like if there is any wounds happens, again there are a few other leaves we used to take and then squish it and then put that green juice on top of that wounds so that it will heal very quickly. We never use it to go to the hospital for such kind of things. So many times we fall and get wounds and then they will cure automatically. For nowadays, even for a small thing, go to the hospital. Small thing, get bandage and put medicines. So these are all nowadays things. But previously, everything is natural and herbs. And then next one is the Mehi Kukkuta.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry, when you were asking, I was trying. The first one, the mineralogy. All I don't know much, but obviously it's all to do with minerals, isn't it? Because I know in schools when we go, and I've studied as well, and I'm sure all of us have, in our chemistry we used to do the different learning about different minerals, didn't we? It's called a periodic table. And all different, manganese and magnesium and calcium and all sorts of different minerals which exist there is a formula for all that. But there's so many. So that I don't think of, I don't know much, but all the gems that he's, the jewelry that Lord Krishna wears, all they are minerals, aren't they? They're all gems and stones, wonderful stones. So yeah, sorry, when you were asking, I was trying, but couldn't succeed, sorry.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that is, I mean, there are different stones. When we pass the water through those stones, and the water will be purified as well whenever it comes out. That is again one more thing. We used to go to the forest where they have got a small plant, water purification plant, and there they use a special stones to purify the water. So they pass through it in a number of cycles, then what will be usable for drinking. Okay, so this is also one kind of thing what I have seen it, but it's a different process. Okay, any other comments on the Vriksha Ayurveda Yoga?
Yeah, Prabhuji, I think that mineralogy, even gold is also mineral, one kind of, because it is found from the underground.
Yes, gold, silver,
Yeah,
beryl,
silver, yes, because all
titanium.
jewelry is made from gold, mostly.
Very good. Thank you, Mataji. And any other comments on this medical treatment by herbs?
Yeah, I remember His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj explained that at the last moment, Prabhupada wants, like, not only Bhishma Dev, it is seen also in our Acharya, Prabhupada. It was his also Ichha Mritu, we can say, because once he told that I will leave my body and I will stop to eat. Even His Holiness Kadamba Kanon Maharaj also he did. So they left, in fact, with their wish. Even His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj also, because he always during his Pesha Puja, Prabhupada's Pesha Puja, he mentioned, Prabhupada, please take me to engage me to your service. So I don't like to live in this material world anymore. So we find that these were their Ichamrita. Even Jayapataka Maharaj, what happened when he was like first he was sick, he like kidney liver has to be transplanted. Then Bhakti Charu Maharaj asked him, please, Prabhu, Maharaj, you cannot leave now. So that is why he mentioned when His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj left his body, and he was telling, Maharaj was repenting that I didn't know that he is leaving for America, otherwise I would not go. He requested me not to leave, that is why I am surviving. And still now we see Maharaj is there and he is doing all his service. So this is one point why I came. So when Prabhupada, he mentioned that I will not, I am leaving my body and I will not eat. At that time, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj was in charge of his cooking and he felt so sorry that he could not cook for him. Prabhupada stopped to eat. So all devotees, they were praying to him and requesting him, and Bhakti Charu Maharaj was also requesting him, Prabhupada, please eat, please don't leave us. They were literally crying for him. So at that time, Prabhupada changed his mind, and then he told that, okay, go to that market. I cannot remember the name of Buddha herbal doctor. go to that market. There is one herbal doctor, Ayurvedic doctor. So asked him to meet me. So they were so happy, and they went to that market, and like market, or they had to look for the house. I can't remember properly, but it's like that the main thing is he came, then he immediately came and gave medication, so Ayurvedic medication. Then Prabhupada started to, and at that time, Bhakti Charu Maharaj mentioned that when someone left for looking for the Ayurvedic doctor, I was so happy. I didn't ask even Prabhupada, what do you like to eat? I went to cook, I went to the kitchen for cooking for him. So that is why that this Ayurvedic treatment is very powerful. Otherwise, how Prabhupada like recovered from that stage? So, and still now, maybe we are not we are taking medication, but still we use some herbal treatment still now. Everything is herbal, like ginger tea, turmeric tea, so all with all spices. And during COVID also, we found that kara, it was named as known as kara, so with all spices, and many people got recovery only from that tea. So how powerful the herbal medicine, or our natural natural Ayurvedic, we can tell, or herbal treatment. And still now, in this time, we are suffering from hay fever. It's so many people are suffering. So one herbal treatment I found, that is, it is very, very effective. Whoever I told, they were so happy. And from in my family, my son, he was suffering from hay fever and allergy very much. We can't imagine who's his whole body like swallow. Then I gave a neem, like same portion of neem, same portion of like 1 cup of neem powder, 1 cup of turmeric powder, and 1 cup of amla powder. So these three combination, if you take in the morning in a cup of hot water, like 1 teaspoon, first you can try with teaspoon, then bit by bit that will like stop the allergy and hay fever. So it's really very helpful. Still now, we became used to to take the medicine because we are going to the doctor, but at the same time, at home we should use this. And neem leaf, still it's very expensive, but still it's beneficial for health, we should take. And it reduce the pressure, it gives balance, BP, and diabetes also. And what is called methi,
Fenugreek.
fenugreek, yes, that is also good for blood pressure and diabetes. So still we are using some. It's really very beneficial. And who are suffering from hay fever, please use it. It's very, very good. Really very effective.
So you
Because
said neem powder.
neem, amla, and turmeric. If you can use fresh, it's very good. But if you cannot manage every day, so just mixed the 3 powders together, and every day morning you take. So
Neem,
that
amla, and what?
neem, amla, and turmeric powder,
Okay.
haldi.
Yeah, haldi.
Yeah, haldi, neem, and amla.
Each spoon for each same amount.
Yes, same portion. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You don't need to.
Mataji, curry leaves or neem is like a bitter one?
A bitter one, neem.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really, really helpful. Ask to Sanchita Mataji also. Our children also suffer. So this is Ramban, we can tell. It's really very helpful.
But it,
Hare
yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
With pleasure.
Amla powder is very good for immunity. Every day.
Yeah. Yes. And inflammation also. And
Yeah,
Triphala is very good.
yeah. Thank you, Mataji, for suggesting that. We have been giving it to Purbasha and Pala Prabhu for last 1.5 years, and this year they didn't have to take antihistamines. So we're really grateful for suggesting that. It's really like Ramban. So we had forgotten all this, but this has come like from devotees. It comes so beautifully in suffering, and they give so much of relief, especially those who suffer from hay fever. So thank you for suggesting. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, and don't stop. Maybe this year if they don't suffer, still they should take every maybe 3 days per week like that. So it will not come back.
Yes, yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Garingi Mataji, you are meant to say something? Yes, thank
Hare
you.
Krishna Prabhuji, not me Prabhuji, sorry about that.
Yes, sure, Mataji. So there are a few other medicines like in the herbal medicines in the Ramayana it is described there are Mrut Sanjeevani, Vishalyakarani and Suvarnakarani, Sandhini. So these are different. So reviving the dead person into life is Mrut Sanjeevani helps. Vishalyakarani, in during the time of Kurukshetra battle, Bhishma Deva was using this one. So it is capable of extracting the weapons and healing all the wounds inflicted by weapons. So he was using those during the Kurukshetra war. There are other things like restoring the body to its original position complex, that is Suvarnakarani and Sandhini, capable of joining the severed limbs or fractured bones. We could see this from the Ramayana whenever I think Shusharma, who is one of the monkey chiefs, I think Jambavan and someone, I think Shusharma only. So they were Hanuman. He has got that the mountain, the herbal mountain. What is that mountain? Can anyone remember? This is during to revive the Lakshmana again. When he was unconscious due to the Indrajit's Nagastra. Okay, so that is, but yeah, there are different helps are there, so which would heal. We used to hear some of the people, they say that some birds, they will go to fly different places to heal their babies in case if they are, they will bring some small sticks and they keep nearer to the babies. So that's what we used to hear. Even the birds have got good sense. And also similarly, there is another in mongoose, it fights with the snakes, the poisonous snakes like the cobras. And then after having a fight, it will go and bite a particular root of a tree. And then it will be immune to that poison. So, and then these people, the tribes, they used to follow these mongooses, which kind of root it is eating, something like that. Likewise, these are all found naturally within the nature. Okay, these are all Vriksha Ayurveda Yoga, art of practicing medicine or medicinal treatment by herbs.
Prabhu, I think you meant Sushena, who was a royal physician.
Susaina, yes.
Yes, Sushena, and the mountain, it was called Gandharva Mountain. Gandharva, something similar. Gandharva Mountain, like Aushadhi, mountain of Aushadhi. Gandharva. It's coming in my mind. Gandharva, Gandhamardan. Yeah. Yeah, Gandhamardan. Yeah. And that was.
So Arjuna was meditating on that mountain, Gandhamadana mountain. Thank you so much. Okay, and we shall move to the next art is the Mesh Kukuta Lavaka Yuddha Vidhi, art of knowing the mode of fighting of lambs, cocks, and the birds. So Mesha Kukuta Lavaka Yuddha Vidhi. So just training the hens, training the goats, and then they will fight among themselves. Nowadays, also we see as soon as the Sankranti comes in the villages, especially in India, South India, Andhra Pradesh, there are fighting between the hens, and they will even stake there's so much of wealth there in the gambling. This is Mesha Kukuta. Even sometimes these goats are also being used. The hens and goats. But whichever is defeated later on, it will be gone. Okay, this is the Mesh Kukuta. And then further, this is Lavaka. Lavaka is also lambs, I think. It's birds. Yuddhavidi. And then further, Sukasarika Prapalana. Sukasarika Prala. This is Pralapana, or this is actually Pralapana. Pralapana is speaking, beautiful speaking. So Sukasarika, art of maintaining or knowing the conversation between male and female cockatoos. Can anyone has any reflection on that art? This is the language between the male and female. They have got very Sukasarika. The Sukasarika we see in the Kirtans. Mataji's
Yeah.
Sukasarika. Hari
Yeah.
Bol, Hari, like that.
চোখ বলে আমার কৃষ্ণ গিরি ধরেছিল, শাড়ি বলে আমার রাধা বাম I forgot. I can't remember, but yeah, it is famous. And I have also a childhood memory, not childhood memory, but in my uh, grandfather's house, there were two parrots. So I heard that when I cried, at that time, one was telling Krishna, Krishna, and another was telling Radha, Radha. So whatever they are taught, they speak like that. So when I cried, I used to cry in my after the birth, even like that. So I immediately stopped. That is why my nickname was Hari. In my maternal uncle's house, they all know me as Hari. And my mother used to call me Hara. So so my name was given on that parrot. One was Hari and another was Radha. So it's very beautiful, really.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, that is Sukasarika Pralapana.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these kakatuas, they can speak as well like parrots. So that's why they were taught this art of conversation, and they used to like be messengers also, communicate. So that was a art. I mean, so Krishna learned this as so Sukhasari. I mean, from Krishna to Radha, Radha to Krishna, they would be like passing on messages. So they were taught that
They were
conversation.
messenger. Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they were taught that conversation.
No, Kakatua, sorry, Kakatua is different bird, but parrot is different, no?
Yeah, they're different. Kakatwas are
Yeah.
white. Yeah.
Mm. Bigger and mostly green color parrot. Parrots are
Yeah.
mostly, yeah, now we find different colors of parrots also.
Yeah, so here Sukha is like parrots are Sukha, yeah, no? Sukha Dev, so it's like Sukha. Yep. So I mean, yeah, conversations taught to them. I mean, here it's only written female and male kakatwas, but it's and Sukha means parrot only. So I think they were also taught.
Yeah, Sukasari.
Yeah. Right.
Beautiful.
And describing different of those things, Sukha and Sara. And even in the Ramayana, so I think Ravanasura has sent Sukha and Sarana to observe the armies of Ramachandra, the monkey. So they will describe a lot. Then the numeric numbers, they're also called describing. So this is Pralapana, Sukha Sarana, Sukha Sarika, and Sukadeva Goswami. So we are speaking very beautifully, glorifying about something. Okay, that is okay, and then we move on to the next art. It is the Utsadhana, art of healing or cleaning a person with perfumes. I think it may be generally, mostly we would say if person is not having water and those things, required things, maybe there are few of these, cleaning a person with perfumes.
Like the aromatherapy, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say that aromatic oils which are fragrant.
So different oils, like if somebody cannot sleep, then they're giving lavender oils. And for different things, the tea tree oil and all these different oils, like headaches, like they have this some kind of headache, migraine, yeah, which like they say medicine, no medicinal cure, but with aromatherapy it can be cured. So all this, like, so beautiful to find out that everything came from Krishna. Especially this shloka is beautiful.
Yeah, when the babies are born, they're given massage, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
Babies have been inside the womb for a long time, and the muscles are all bent, and everything is so.
And for warmth also, like
Warmth,
when
yes.
when they
To
get fever
stretch
or
their
anything,
limb.
and the feet and the bottom of the feet and palm, when they're cold, the massage with oil. Also,
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. And next one is the Kesha Marjana Kaushala, art of combing hair. So can anyone give anyone one or two lines? Otherwise, it will go on for. There are different kinds, different styles, hairstyles. So we can keep on speaking on this one. Kesha Marjana Kaushala.
so we can see Krishna learned this and then did it for Radharani. We see, like, he used to do so many decorating her hair with like doing different plates and the Veni Seva. So he learned it decorating with different flowers, and they meant every time he decorated, the meaning was different. It's not like how we make our plates and all simple like that. They had different meanings for every time he did the hair differently. So that's the art he learned at ashram.
And yeah, in the Vedic, so this hair should not be loosened or um, so at least at the end of the hair, it must be knotted. Minimum, it should be knotted. That is the maximum thing. Minimum it should be knotted, and then just a mostly it should be braided for keeping very tidy. This is from the Vedic tradition, but again, different kinds of models. Make sure that at the end of the hair, it is always knotted at least. in case if it is. Likewise, in the ancestors, they used to say that one. They will never ever leave the tip of the hairs to be loosened like that. It is inauspicious if anyone sees such kind of hair. Likewise, they used to say.
Yes, we abide by also, Prabhuji. We respected that, and we were very scared in our time, our childhood. But still, we don't keep loose. But yeah, that is what I tell to my daughters also, that it's on in auspicious times, especially in the evening or during midday. We should not go, like any girl should not go with open their like keep free their hairs. Yeah, we should tie, not make a knot at least. Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. And then further is Akshara Mustika Katana, art of talking with letters and fingers. Akshara Mustika Katana. Can anyone say any words on that? Akshara Mustika Katana, art of talking with letters and fingers.
It's a sign language, I think, Prabhu. Like, for the dumb and deaf, they use the sign language. I think it's a bit referring to that. Because for every letter, they have signs like how they make A, B, C. I mean, of course, now that we have lost that thing, I don't know about Sanskrit and how they did that, but in English here also, British Sign Language, we see like in schools also they're taught how you communicate saying A, B, C, D using their fingers. So I think separate something, but of course this is the deviated form coming from there. But of course in that time it must be in Devanagari Sanskrit and the languages they spoke at Krishna's time. So yeah.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, and then that is Akshara Mustika Katana. Next is Mlechita Kutarka Vikalpa, art of fabricating barbarous or foreign sophistry. Any words on that one? Mlechita Kutarka Vikalpa, fabricating barbarous or foreign sophistry.
So I think yeah, it's about like kutarka. I mean, whenever there is tarka and kutarka, it's like arguments. Kutarka is arguments, giving wrong arguments. So basically debate, tarka and kutarka. So I would say it would be debating skill. Like whenever somebody is like how Chaitanya, we see that like when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was speaking for 7 days, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he listened, and so many things he said, but Mahaprabhu only said a few things, and then he surrendered. So, and also when he went to Varanasi, these Mayavadi Brahmins, they were saying so many things. So that's Kutarka. Like, he was trying to. He defeated so many of them. So those pastimes. So that is also learned how to do that when one has got proper complete. That's why before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his life, before taking sannyas, he had complete knowledge of Sanskrit. He was a pandit. And so and then only after becoming that and defeating all those kutarkas about God and the supreme person, that he is the supreme personality of Godhead, he did that debating for a while in his Adi Leela, and then only later that once people are convinced that he's so young, because earlier they used to have this thing like he's such a, these Brahmins, they had so much ego that he's so young and how can he defeat us. So, but once he did that debating, he won, defeated everybody. And then when they were giving barbarous like ideas and such, and then he thought like people started understanding and respecting him, then he took sannyas and then took the movement in a different direction. That's another pastime, but yeah, so that could be the one, Prabhu, I can relate to. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. And next one is the Desha Bhasha Jnana, art of knowing provincial dialects. Yeah, again, within every language itself, there are so many dialects as well. Can anyone say any words on that one? Desha Bhasha. There is one, I think, Desha Bhasha Landa Telugu Lessa, something like that. There is a one beautiful statement in Andhra Pradesh. It rotates. It is mostly with the Sanskrit, and that means it has got every language is so sweet, but everyone appreciates their mother tongue. Okay, this is Desha Bhasha Jnana, not the art of knowing the provincial dialects.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I think in India, 32 languages or with dialects. So this is really good knowledge. And in outside, in European country also, there are many languages. So, and in fact, Sanskrit is the root of all languages. So all languages came from Sanskrit. So it is also art of speaking in different languages. That was also.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
That is Desha Bhasha Jnana. And another one is the Pushpa Sakatika Nirmiti Jnana, art of knowing prediction by heavenly voice. Pushpa Sakatika Nirmiti Jnana by heavenly voice, or knowing preparation of toy carts by flowers. Can anyone say this?
A prediction by heavenly voice, would that be like when Kamsa heard that prediction that Krishna, Devaki's child, it doesn't make sense.
Akashvani.
Akashvani.
Yeah, that is one.
But that doesn't quite fit with knowing preparation of toy carts by flowers. Do you know what I mean? Like it's two different.
Yes, Mataji. So here it is Pushpa Sakatika. So this is the flower cart. Pushpa Sakatika is flower cart. And the Nirmiti. So this is what I can contemplate on that one. Toy carts by flowers.
Yeah, like Pushparat.
Yatra or something
Oh,
like that.
Pushparada, yes. It's a beautiful word. When they're using different words. Pushpa Sakatika. So, okay, and then next one is the Yantra Matrika, art of mechanics. Yantra Matrika. Anyone one line of statement? Mataji?
Oh, it's like how things work. Like, nowadays we get these books like how things works, everything we see in modern days, how a refrigerator works, a washing machine works, and everything. You get books like the mechanics of the airplane works. So the mechanics of yantra, basically, how the yantra, the mechanism of how you put together. Even like, we can contemplate, and of course these are modern, but the Rath Yatra, the Puri Rath, there is no nails, no metals, nothing. It's completely made of wood. That, and if you find the science behind it, so that's basically the mechanics, how it makes everything work. And it takes like 200 of those pandas, they 250 stand in one rath, or when during the yatra, and still nothing happens. And of course Jagannath deity is the three deities are so heavy, and on top of that 200 250 people stand, and without nails and everything. So somehow that knowledge is still, the tradition, I think that's the only knowledge, one of them, it's still preserved. So art of mechanics, how you make it without any using modern tools. So that comes to mind. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. And next is Dharana Matra, the art of use of amulets. Anyone?
Those are the armbands, I think, like we have this Narasimha Kavach, so basically in the Kavach, it's the mantra that's nothing, a Kavach is given and they wear it as a pendant. So similarly, amulets also, like for fighting, if a king is going to fight, so he's given certain protection. Um, like if somebody's unwell, they're giving certain protection. So basically the spells that are given in the amulets, uh, whatever amulets they wear, the certain mantras which are they are the siddhi is done on those amulets, like that.
Thank you, Mataji. And next one is the Sambhajya, art of conversation. Any line, one, two lines of description? Okay, so this is Sambhajya, is in the art of communicating. Only I can contemplate on that. And then Mansikavya Kriya, art of composing verse mentally. Can anyone remember any past time in the Chaitanya Leela? I think one person was traveling and then he composed on, I think, Ganges, 100.
Ganga. Yeah, I was going to say Ganga, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wrote like 100 verses or something on that, some lines, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found a fault with 64th verse or something like that. Something was not quite right, and
What is that Pandit name, Mataji?
Krishna, no, something Krishna.
Keshav Kashmiri?
Keshav Kashmir, yes. Yeah, I knew it began with K, but I forgot. Sorry.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. And that is much Manasikavya Kriya and Kriya Vikalpa, of art of designing a literary work or a medical remedy. Kriya Vikalpa.
Before that, Prabhu, maybe art of composing verse mentally, we see, like, when Valmiki Muni, I think he was it him? I think maybe I might forget. On the Gayatri mantra thing, the past time I'm not remembering, Prabhu. I think because there are 24,000 verses in Ramayana, is it
Yes,
something like that?
Mataji.
Yeah,
Yes.
so on each letter of the Gayatri, or was it a curse? Something I can't remember exactly. So on each letter, then he was advised to like make 1,000 shlokas on. So that's how it became 24,000. There was a shlok, I can't remember exactly, but something. So that's also composing mentally on each letter. Yeah, some pastime, Prabhu. I can't remember exactly.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, there is one shloka, it was composed automatically, saying that the birds sitting on a tree and then they have good time, and then one hunter he came there and then he killed one of the bird and other bird is lamenting by looking at, and at that point of time Valmiki comes and then he was cursing a hunter. During the time that shloka came, it has the basis for the Ramayana. Can anyone remember that past time? Okay, so but not to go in deep into it. So that those kind of shlokas or verses, it will come automatically. that is possible for who are perfect in the grammar and everything else, Sanskrit language. Okay, so we shall move on to further. So the Kriya become part of designing a literary work or medical remedy. Another one is the Chalitaka Yoga, art of practicing as a builder of shrines called after him. Chalitaka Yoga, art of practicing as a builder of shrines called after him. Any comments on that?
Builder of temples, shrines, builder of shrines called after him.
So I
Yeah.
think it's referring to the temples, Prabhu, how they were built in the olden days, mostly the Vishnu temples. I think that time, of course, it was Vishnu temples only, and of course before Krishna also. All these, again, no modern, like iron, it gets rusted. So they had used, like olden temples, if you see, they use urad dal, jaggery, calcium, yeah, which is chuna. Yeah, and many other natural things to because they, when they are mix haldi, turmeric, they used to mix them all together in such a way that they used to make such a tight paste that these pillars of these temples, they are so strong only because of that. Like, this is only one example I get, but of course if it's an art, there must be so many. And these were all preserved in Nalanda, like in this, like there's all this knowledge, this has been on gone. So the metallurgy, like how they use metals and in different ways, so that earlier we learned about like bit of metallurgy. So all this, how they were made in such a way that they existed for many thousand years, so something like that.
Thank you, Mataji. So, for example, so it is Kandava Prastha. So Indra has helped to build that. It became Indraprastha later on. And later on Maisabha, so the Pandavas, the assembly hall, it was prepared by Mayadanava. It is called Maisabha. Okay, likewise, they are named after practicing as a builder of shrines. One of it. And then move on to the next is Abhidhana Kosha Chando Jnana. Abhidhana Kosha Chando Jnana, art of the use of lexicography and meters. Any statement, any lines, comments on that? I don't know what is lexicography and meters.
It's the dictionary, Prabhu. It's use of dictionary. I mean the Shabda Kosha. So Abhidhan is like the Abhidhan means dictionary. So Kosha, it's the collection of words, all the different words, and then Chanda, like, so how these words, like the how different shlokas, they have different meters. So from the Shabda Kosha, the chayan is done, like how you choose the words to make the meter as you want, like for the different verses in Sanskrit. So it's that.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, it's very beautiful. Okay, and the next is the Vastra Gopana, art of concealment of clothes. Vastra Gopana. Is it the covering the body with the clothes, something like that? Vastra Gopana, art of concealment of clothes, something like that.
Don't know, is it they're like hiding something inside?
Yeah, they're in the buildings, like different. Not much knowledge, Prabhu. Just like the clothes were hidden in different parts of the building, but I do not know the purpose, like why they were done. Maybe we'll have to find out. So, more than wearing, it was like hiding under the floor or in the walls, uh, mm,
Yeah,
as protective, like from for these attacks when they happen. Maybe I'm thinking, because at that time we had these what's that called, where they write. Scrolls. What is scroll in Hindi? In Sanskrit, scroll. When the king, some message is taken from, suppose, one king to another, they have this folded thing, right, between two wooden thing. There's a folded thing, a message written in the cloth. Uh, do you know the word, Prabhu? Scrolls. When they
what
read it,
what
yeah, something. Yeah, I don't know the
what
scroll. Yeah. So those things, so the hidden ones, suppose if there is an attack or anything, and the king thinks he's threatened, they might die. So they hide for the next generation, the next dynasties, so that where all their important informations are, they hide different parts of building under the wall, under the floor, and all that. So writing because buildings, they have moisture and they might get destroyed. So how that is vastra gopana. So when they're preserving, like they do with mummies, like in Egypt, they preserve these bodies with some chemicals. They just put it around so that the bodies are preserved like mummies. So kind of that thing has come at maybe as mummies. So how you preserve with the clothes. So it's that art, like the vastra gopana was done to preserve messages. I mean, that's maybe not much knowledge, but yeah, something like that. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
thank you, Mataji. And the next one is the Jyota Vishesha, art of knowing specific gambling. Okay, this one many are aware of it, gambling. Like dice is one of the gambling, and there are many other things like snakes and ladders, so dice.
Mahabharat, they did this.
Yes, Mataji. Okay, so art of knowing specific gambling. Hmm. And the next is the Akarsha Krida, art of playing with the dice or magnet. So again, this is the similar kind thing. Akarsha Krida. It is magnet. I think sometimes children may take one magnet and taking into the soil, and then just if you just move that one for a couple of times, it will all it will extract or make the other particles stick to this one. They will become like and then what are the powder it has extracted, we keep it on top of the paper and then keep the magnet on the bottom and then make this one play. So I think it was very beautiful thing. Akarsha Krida. Did anyone has tried that one?
Yes, Prabhu, as children, they do put on a table or something. They have some things, and the magnet, it's kept on the bottom, and as they move it, so if you want to make some shape or something, as you move, the things move. So it was like the magicians used to show like that also, how things are moving. Then you find out that it's the magnet which is making it move. And art of like playing dice is like it has come to us, like not dice in that sense, but Ludo. There's also a dice, little dice, and children play with that. Ludo, snake and ladder, and things. Dice is still used in so many other games.
Very nice. Thank you, Mother. So we used to collect these magnets like from the radios or television, something like that. They were inserted in those things. And then we used to collect those things and then just shake this magnet with the sand or something like that. It will collect enough particles. And then collect all those particles, keep on top of the paper, and then take the magnet. And then from the bottom, we'll make this one, move it. And the top particles on the top, they will also either move or stand and fall. And then they'll move along with it, the magnet. So beautiful. Remembering all those pastimes. And then next one is the Balaka Kridnaka, art of using children's toys. Okay, this is another art, children's toys. We used to prepare some of, especially I also got some coconut leaves, and then using the coconut leaves and then split into small thin peels, and then prepare some kind of a dead toy and different kinds of toys from that one for the children to play. They are eco-friendly, and children, it is no harmful. Yes, your children, they can play and then throw it as long as they wanted. We can play it. Okay, so this is kind of making children's toys. There is no loss in that. Nowadays, if you buy it, we don't want to throw it. At the same time, it is not also healthy and not eco-friendly. And move on to the next one is the Vainayiki Vidya, art of enforcing discipline. Any lines on that one?
Yashoda Maya used to use discipline on him, though it didn't work on Krishna. In the Damodarashtakam, she would go with a stick and scold him, but yeah, he would come up with all excuses. But yeah, she, as a parent, they would try and enforce some discipline.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. And next is Vainayiki with the art of gaining victory. This is Vaijayaki Vidya, art of gaining victory.
Dancing on the snake on Krishna and gaining victory. Mind you, he would play as well with his Gopa mates, wouldn't he? And he would win. And
yes, somewhere or other, I wanted to gain. Sometimes in the games, the children or anyone are playing. Somewhere or other, somewhere means either properly or improperly. I wanted to gain. There are few things are coming, but again in Krishna's pastimes, we see that is all childish things. Okay, art of gaining victory. And then Vaitaliki Vidya, art of awakening master with music at dawn. Can anyone say in that line? It's the last one.
So, you know how these ragas are sung in the morning, like Bhairab and devotional bhajans, like to wake up. And this is morning time, it's the Brahma Muhurta, it's the very auspicious time for inner consciousness and awakening. So we see like how it has come in modern day as meditation. They talk about all this meditation, but it has come like awakening master in the sense like we do the Mangalarti, Mangalacharan, singing that to the Lord. So with music, so we have these bhajans and kirtans in the morning. And also those who practice music, they do their sadhana in the morning and sing those morning ragas, something like that. Right.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. This is
And in the Ramayana also we saw that Kaushalya, what is
Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Pravartate. Suprabhat.
mothers, they used to sing to
Yes.
Ram, Lord Ram.
Yes.
That is
Vishwamitra,
also.
he has composed a very beautiful song
Yeah.
that has come into prominent nowadays. It is being used in the temples to wake up the Lord.
there is one in Gujarati as well. Meena Mataji might know, Rusha Mati. Jagane Jadva, Krishna Govalia. So they're waking up Krishna and saying, you now need to go wake up and go and graze the cows.
So beautiful, Mataji. I just remember this one is so nice when you sing. Yeah, I loved this one. Very beautiful. Yes, I go like this. Hey, Jagani tu Jadva, Krishna Govalia, Tujhe vina devno, kaun jaase. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji, for reminding. Thank you, Prabhu.
Mataji. So this is one's it's the same thing, Mataji. Kausalya, it's a different one, Mataji. Say here. So one thing, the Vishwamitra, he first wakes up whenever Vishwamitra taking Ram and Lakshmana to kill the Putana demon, not Putana, Tataki demon. During that time, they have reached to a point where they are going to sleep on the banks of the Ganges River. In the morning, he wanted to wake them up. And then they're a princess. It was the first time for them to stay outside of the home. So during that time, Vishwamitra wakes them up. Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narasaddola Kartavyam Daivamahnikam Uttishta Govinda Uttishta Garudadvaja Uttishta Kamalakanta Trailokyam Mangalam Guru. So very beautiful shlokas comes within that Suprabhata Seva. Okay, so that is waking up, and also many princes or the kings when they are waking up, they will, some of the Vanda Magata, they are all called. They will glorify the Lord to wake them very with soothing music. And Swayambhuman Prativuseshu Anubadhena Trudashurana Harehe Kataha. He wakes up by Krishna Kata, Harehe Kataha. Prativuseshu Anubadhena. Every day, morning, early morning. Okay, so this is again because they wanted to please the master with their music. Okay, so that is the 64th art. So with that one, so can I request anyone, Asha Mataji, would you like to read this paragraph, Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna. All these arts manifesting their own eternal forms are ever visible in the region of Goloka as the ingredients of rasa, and in the mundane sphere they have been unstintedly exhibited in the pastimes of Vraja by the spiritual potency, Yoga Maya. So Sri Rupa says, Sadanandaya Sandhita. For example, Krishna is ever manifest in his beauty with his infinite pastimes in Goloka. Sometimes the variant manifestation of those pastimes becomes visible on the mundane plane. Sri Hari, the Supreme Lord, also manifests his pastimes of birth, etc., accompanied by all his paraphernalia. The divine sportive potency fills the hearts of his paraphernalia with appropriate spiritual sentiments in conformity with the will of Krishna. Those pastimes that manifest themselves on the mundane plane are his visible pastimes. All those very pastimes exist in their non-visible form in Goloka beyond the ken of mundane knowledge. In his visible pastimes, Krishna sojourns in Goloka, Mathura, and Dwaraka. Those pastimes that are non-visible in those three places are visible in their spiritual size of Vrindavana. Hare Krishna. Shakabhati ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, Jiva Goswami, they're very nicely explaining that all these 64 artistic activities manifesting their own eternal forms are ever visible in the region of Goloka. That is all perfect. And whenever it appears in this material world, it will show very kind of a shadow. Okay,
The inverted tree, like they mention in Bhagavad Gita chapter 15.
Yes, Mataji.
upside down. And one of the arts, like in the one we started with, just wanted to say one line on that. The art of metallurgy, was it, like, where we had that actually mineralogy, mineralogy, Mataji have spoke on that. So it was also like I forgot what I wanted to mention. The gems, the minerals, and the different stones. So the thing was like the gems, like they have the colors, the color. So basically the study was for also on the color of the gems, like different stones. The ruby is used for different purpose, like it has come as astrology. Like now we see, like whoever they go to astrologer, they give different stones for different purpose, like cat's eye or emerald, ruby, sapphire, uh, mm, all those. So they have different purpose. So that was also akara jnana. So, and that they would give rati in rati, like size, like 8 rati, 10 rati. If you have more problem, then bigger ratis and smaller ratis. So pearl and all that. So color was also included in that. So just wanted to include that. Hari.
Thank you, Mataji. And yes, sometimes we use devotees also wear some kind of rings there, and then touching that stone to the skin. Okay, so it will calm their mind according to the different rasis and different birth. So the stones are prescribed. Someone should wear diamond, someone may go medical, someone may emerald, someone may ruby, like say healing stones. Okay, and all they have got eternal forms in Goloka. And now here also, um, very past tense exist in their non-visible form in Goloka beyond the ken of mundane knowledge. In his visible past tense, Krishna sojourns in Gokula, Madhura, and Dwarka. This is earthly past tense. Those past tense that are non-visible in those three places are visible in their spiritual sites of Vrindavan. Okay, so it is all about Krishna's past tense and different artistics in their forms. We shall move to one more paragraph and then we contemplate on that one. Garingi Mataji, are you available, Mataji, to read? Okay, anyone else would like to read next paragraph? Yes, Mataji, please.
From the conclusions just started, it is clear that there is no distinctions between the visible and non-visible pastimes. The Apostle Jiva Goswami, in his commentary on this sloka, as well as in the gloss of Ujjwala Nirmani, and in Krishna Sadarbha. Krishna Sadarbha remarks that the visible pastime of Krishna are the creation of his Chit, spiritual potency, being in conjunction with the references to mundane function. They exhibit certain features which seems to be true by the influence of the limiting potency, Maya, but these cannot exist in the transcendental reality. The distractions of demons, illicity, param, pro, promo, paramorship. Sorry, what is that, coach? Paramorship, birth, extra are example of the partiality. Partiality. The gopis are the extensions of the aesthetics energy of Krishna and so are exceptionally his own. How can there be illicit connection in their case? The illicit mysteries of the gopis found in his visible pastime is but the mundane reflection of the transcendental reality, the hidden meaning underlining the word of Sri Jiva Goswami when it is made explicit will leave no doubt in the mind of the reader. Sri Jiva Goswami is our preacher of transcendental truth, so he is always under the influence of Sri Rupa and Sanatana. Moreover, in the pastime of Krishna, Sri Jiva is one of the Manjaris, so he is conversant with all transcendental realities. Sorry, mistake. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Any comments, Mataji, Meena Mataji, on that paragraph?
It's difficult for me to explain. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees, you wanted to? Jai Mataji and Sita Sundari Mataji.
I will need to keep on rereading this, but from the first read, I think that things like, some things are beyond our senses, because for us, we are, our senses are very limited, so we can't even comprehend some certain things like, how some of the leelas took place, the Govardhan Leela and, Brahma, Vimohan Leela and all those kind of, marrying 16,000 plus wives and destruction of so many demons when he was a baby. And then the gopis as well, this where it says the gopis, they all loved Krishna. Many gopis were married, but yet they were completely besotted with Krishna. So that relationship, we can't even, it's beyond the material, if you know what I mean. I can't explain. It's very pure, transcendental sort of loving relationship. Whereas if one was to do it here in the material world, if one was married and then they went with somebody, that would be completely, it wouldn't be right. Whereas in that world, because it was completely of surrender, the relationship was full of surrender, survivorship, madhurya love, vatsalya love, all those kind of loves were there. It was very pure and transcendental. And over in our mundane world, it doesn't work. It's not right. But I will have to keep on reading this to make more sense. Sorry, Prabhuji.
The gopis heard when Brahmaji came and taken all the gopas and everywhere and that time Krishna become himself gopas, isn't it? And so actually, even though they're married, but they have married with the Krishna themselves.
Could you please repeat the question?
Sorry, I'm just saying that when Brahma wants to take when Brahma came, when he has shown this Krishna while drinking chas buttermilk from gopas, and then he has taken all this gopa with him, from at that time Krishna become himself is gopas, and they have even the gopis has married with this, but Krishna himself, isn't it, they married with.
Yes.
So they are the Gopas is actually Krishna at that time, all of them.
Yes, Krishna explained himself into all of them, giving pleasure to all the parents of those boys.
Yeah, and so there is no anything about the reason. I cannot talk about.
Sita Sundari Mataji, please.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Here, it's the conclusion that how it was happened, like all the pastimes of gopis, pastimes of Krishna, and the concept, maybe many concept we are using in this modern age, like from that time to until now, for doing all the arts are directly or indirectly we are using the concepts. But the thing like killing of demon and these cannot be imitated and by human being, and this line, the gopis are the extension of the ecstatic energy of Krishna, and so are the exceptionally of his own. How can there be illicit connection in this case? In fact, yesterday I was listening one lecture from His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj. He was explaining this one thing like that, that the Rasha in Bengali we pronounce as Rash. So how it can be illicit? And in material sense, like many people, they like they explain or interpret very bad way, but how it can be illicit, and why? Because whatever Krishna is doing, everything is divya, and the gopis, they are spiritual. Krishna is spiritual, so nothing can be happened. We can maybe some people, most of the people, they take differently materially, but it is yes, it is divine. Krishna is divine. Gopis are divine. That is from that line. Yeah. Prabhuji.
In material conception, we can do.
Yes. You can add.
No, you already mentioned.
Okay, Prabhu, yes, confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Thank you, Mate. So just bringing this Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami bringing some information about these pastimes. So Krishna, he comes with along his entourage and then giving the beloved concerts of Lord Krishna are of three kinds: goddess of fortune, queens, and the milkmaids of Raja, who are the foremost of all. The concerts all proceed from Radhika. Everyone coming from Radhika. It is a beautiful thing. From maybe you can take a read a few of these things in order to contemplate with Brahma Samhita. Can you request all devotees take a turn to read at least 5 texts? Each devotee. Asha Mataji, would you like to start, Mataji? Gauringi Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhu. I pressed the unmute button didn't work.
Sorry, Mataji. Yeah, please. 76 to 80.
Just as fountainhead, Lord Krishna is the cause of all incarnations. So Sri Radha is the cause of all these concerts. Text 77. The goddesses of fortune are partial manifestations of Srimati Radhika, and the queens are reflection of her image. Text 78. The goddesses of fortune are her plenary portions, and they display the forms of Vaibhava Vilasa. The queens are of the nature of her Vaibhava Prakasha. Text 79. The Vraja Devis have diverse bodily features. They are her expansions and the instruments for expanding rasa. Text 80 as well.
Yes, Mataji.
Text 80. Without many concert, there is no such exaltation in rasa. Therefore, there are many manifestations of Srimati Radharani to assist in the Lord's pastime. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, can I request the devotee to read for next 4 of the shlokas, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. May I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, 81 to 84.
Which one, Prabhuji?
81 to 84, Mataji.
Okay. Among them are various groups of consorts in Braja who have varieties of sentiments and mellows. They help Lord Krishna taste all the sweetness of the rasa dance and other pastimes. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda, and she is also the in enchantress of Govinda. She is the be all and all of Govinda and the crest jewel of all his consorts. The transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani is the direct counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna. She is the uh, central for all the goddess of fortune. She pos- she possesses all the uh, activity witnesses to attract the all attractive personality of Godhead. She is the primeval internal potency of the Lord. Devi means resplendent and most beautiful, or else it means the lovely abode of the worship and love sports of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sorry for mistake, read mistake.
Mataji. So beautiful, Mataji. So it's all the gopis are expansions of Radharani. They are giving pleasure to Krishna. So we shall go and read next 85 to 88. Can I request other devotee to read?
May I, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Krishnamoyi means one who's within and without our Lord Krishna. She sees Lord Krishna wherever she casts her glance. Next, or Krishnamoyi means that she is identical with Lord Krishna, for she embodies the mellows of love. The energy of Lord Krishna is identical with him. The energy of Lord Krishna is identical with him. Her worship, Aradhana, consists of fulfilling the desire of Lord Krishna. Therefore, the Puranas call her Radhika. Truly, the personality of Godhead has been worshipped by her. Therefore, Lord Govinda, being pleased, has brought her to a lonely spot, leaving us all behind.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. This is Anaya Radhito Nonum Bhagavan Haririshwaraha Yajno Vihaya Govindaha Pritoyam Anayadraha. This is the shloka. It is mentioned in the Bhagavatam only once without mentioning Radha names directly. Anaya Radhito Bhagavan Anaya Radhito Nonum Bhagavan Haririshwaraha. Yenno vihaya govindaha. Pritoyam anidraha. To please her. Okay. Can I request other devotees? 89 to 92, please.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Therefore, Radha is Parama Devata, the supreme goddess, and she is worshipable for everyone. She is the protector of all, and she is the mother of the entire universe. I have already explained the meaning of Sarva Lakshmi. Radha is the original source of all the goddess of fortune. Or Sarva Lakshmi or Sarva Lakshmi indicates that she fully represents the six opulence of Krishna. Therefore, she is the supreme energy of Lord Krishna. The word Sarva Kanti indicates that all beauty and luster rest in her body. All the Lakshmi derive their beauty from her. Kanti may also mean all the desire of Lord Krishna. All the desire of Lord Krishna rest in Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, can you request the devotee take it and from 94 to 98, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes,
Did it?
yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Lord. Srimati Radhika fulfills all the desires of Lord Krishna. This is the meaning of Sarvakanti. Lord Krishna enchants the world, but Sri Radha enchants even him. Therefore, she is the supreme goddess of all. Sri Radha is full. Sri Radha is the full power, and Lord Krishna is the possessor of full power. The two are not different as evidenced by the revealed scriptures. They are indeed the same, just as musk and its scent are inseparable, or as fire and its heat are non-different. Thus, Radha and Lord Krishna are one, yet they have taken two forms to enjoy the mellows of pastime. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, this is the different pastimes. So, in order to Krishna, to promulgate Prema Bhakti, a devotional service in love of Godhead, Krishna appeared as Sri Krishna Chaitanya with the mood and complexion of Sri Radha. So, thus, I have explained the meaning of the fifth verse. This is Radha Krishna Pranay Vikriti Radini Sekirasmat Ekatmana Vapi Bhuvipura Deha Vedam Katavato Chaitanyakyam Prakatamadana Tadvayam Chekimaptam Radha Bhavadviti Sulitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. So that only one form, but it has taken two different forms, again it turned into one form. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Radha Krishna, they are only one form. To perform Radha Krishna pastimes 5,000 years ago, they appeared as Radha Krishna. Again they became one as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to perform Chaitanya Leela. The Chaitanya Leela, that's why he is none other than the Supreme Personality. Na Chaitanya Krishna Jagati Paratattvam Parimiha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is same Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here he is relishing all those different mellows, as we see, all the gopis and Radharani, they're giving pleasure to Krishna here. And here they're all serving in different artistic, coming back to the Brahma Samhita from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So here, all these different kinds of artistic activities, they manifest in the Goloka in full, and also in the Vrindavana as well. And because they are non-visible, and when the earthly pastimes, they are visible, but we think that it is something like a different. Uh, we use our mundane brain to understand this pastime, but actually they are eternal servants of Krishna, always give pleasure to the Lord. This is the part of it from this Jiva Goswami's purports. Okay, I stop there and I request dear devotees, if you have got any comments, kindly comment, kindly share any reflections. So here from this shloka, there is a lots of description is there further, and then in the next Saturday session, we go on a reading. It is very long purport. Okay, we read as a story in the different pastimes. It is very long. It seems it is the longest purport of all other shlokas. Okay, dear devotees, any comments? That's why.
We just have read this, all this up to 100 is from the Chaitanya ji. Where was
Yes, it is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, chapter 4.
Okay.
So beautiful.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Radharani's.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah, that is in the there is a common question is coming. Many people raise question actually. Krishna, we can worship Krishna, but why you worship Radharani? Radharani is a developed through Vaishnava, emotional people, emotional Vaishnava. Even they cannot recognize even Mahaprabhu also. So that's why it's a very, very big debate, especially materialistic people. So that's why how you get Radharani, where is mention his name? Even Nova in the Bhagavatam, there is no there is no in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, no is not mentioned about Sri Radharani. So this is a common question. People are asking this question. Hare Krishna. Can you give little reflection? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So here, I just wanted to bring in the Madhya 6th chapter, where there is in the conversations of Srila Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, Srila Prabhupada is describing here. So here it says that the Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Ayurveda, Mahabharata, Pancharatra, and original Ramayana are all considered Vedic literature. The Puranas that are especially meant for Vaishnavas, such as the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Naradiya Purana, Vishnu Purana, and the Bhagavata Purana, are also Vedic literature. Therefore, whatever is stated in such Puranas or in the Mahabharata, Ramayana is self-evident. There is no need for interpretation. The Bhagavad Gita is also within the Mahabharata. Therefore, all the statements of Bhagavad Gita are self-evident. There is no need for interpretation. And if we do interpret, the entire authority of the Vedic literature is lost. So here, Sama, Adharvasha, Bharatam, Pancharatrakam. Molaramanam chaiva vediti eva sedditaha. Puranani cha yaniha Vaishnavani viduhu. Swataha pramanyam etesham na atra kinchit vicharyate. So there is no need of a further interpretation. Na atra kinchit vicharyate, because they are swataha pramanyam etesham. They themselves are pramana. They are authenticated. So if we take this statement of Srila Prabhupada, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is mentioning, he is condemning Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's different explanations of Vedanta Sutra after hearing of the 7 days. Your Sarvabhauma, you have been describing these things. Your duty, it appears that you are covering the actual knowledge as instead of saying as it is, you are covering the actual knowledge by something your human made or put coverings with your own speculation, something like they're referring to Saririka Bhashya. So during that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says these statements. They do not need anything. So here in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Radharani name is not directly mentioned. This is Anayadadito Donam Bhagavan Haririshwaraha. Yenno Vihaibu. That is only one statement mentioned by Sukadeva Goswami. And why she is called Radhika? Because she is always worshipping Krishna. She is always worshipping Krishna. So those things, if we just further extend that statement, so here the direct word it is used here. The goddess of fortune. What is that statement here? So Radhika is the cause of Shri Aradhya. So what that is, that line I was expecting. Aradhya. Okay, so she worshipped always Krishna. That is her nature. And that can be further extended from the Brahma Vaivarta Mahapurana. Brahma Vaivarta Mahapurana is completely Krishna in the beginning of the creation. In the Golok, these are pastimes of Golok Vrindavana. He creates Narayana, he creates Lord Brahma, he creates Lord Shiva, he creates Saraswati, goddess of fortune, and then Prakriti. Then he creates, he manifests Radharani from his body. And then immediately Radharani goes and brings flowers and starts worshipping Krishna. So that's why she is called not different from Krishna. And because when we are Yadhiracharitu Sreshtaha Tatta Devetaro Janaha Tai Pramanam Kurite Lokaha Tadanuvartate. Whenever a great personality is doing, everyone else follow. Srimati Radharani is non-different from Krishna. She knows how to worship Krishna. We are trying to follow in the footsteps of Radharani to worship Krishna. That is Pramana, how to worship Krishna. And that's why we all wanted to become one of the Gopijan. Prabhupada always mentions one of the Gopijan, worship Krishna. These descriptions are more vividly described in the Brahma Vaivarta Mahapurana. And here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami brought into Chaitanya Charitamrita as well. So these are all Pramana. And there is no need of interpretations. There's no need for interpretation. There's swataha pramanyam yetesham. And if we do interpret, the entire authority of the Vedic literature is lost. Hare Krishna. So that's why when we speak anything, we do not put different analogies. Analogies also to be quoted from the Bhagavatam and Puranas only. Sometimes we may just for easy understanding of the audience, we may keep different kinds of things. But because we quote it, those things, we may be falling into imperfections, as illusory energy, make mistakes, tend to cheat. Because of those things, even they may not be right in some circumstances. So then authority of the Vedic literature is lost. So we have to quote even the analogies from the scriptures only. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. In fact, at the end, whatever we are learning, we have to follow the Acharya. That is the main solution. Because if we make debate, long term, even lifelong debate, we cannot find any solution. That's why we have to follow the Shastra and Sadhu. That is the main solution. So yeah, that is very important thing. But that is another thing, because sometimes some people, they are following Rasa dance. They like to follow the Rasa dance. They want to from Parokia, but they don't understand, because they gave reference at that time. They are citing the reference of Lord Krishna. Krishna did, that's why you have to do that. But they don't understand what is the purpose, why they are why Lord Krishna has done all these things. So, but they like to show, they like to imitate, but they don't have any following, or there is no love for Krishna. That is the difference. And we cannot understand Krishna and Radharani through our mundane view, through our material conception. So we have to follow the Sadhu and Shastra. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. So here Jiva goes, yes, Prabhuji, we are that Guru Parampara, we follow the previous acharyas. This from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, although there is other evidence given in the version must be taken as a foremost. Vedic versions understood directly are first-class evidence. These are first-class evidences. Can you request any devotees to read this paragraph?
Okay. You ready? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Work that should be consulted are Srila Jiva Goswami, Tattva Sandarbha, 10.11 Silapat, Baldeva, Vidya Bhushana, commentary on that, and the following verses of the Brahma Sutra, Shastra, Yundivat 1.1.3, Tarka Pratiksha. What is that, Prabhuji?
So, Tarka Pratishthanat.
2.1.11 and Shruti to Sobha Sobda Mulavat Mulavat
Sutestu Shabda Molatvat.
Mulatvat, yeah. Stutistu Sabda Mulatvat as 2.1.27 as commented upon by Sri Ramanujacharya, Sri Madhavacharya, Sri Nimbakacharya, and Srila Baldev Vidyabhushana in his book Sarva Samadini. Jiva Goswami has noted that although there are 10 kinds of evidence, direct perceptions, direct perceptions, the Vedic version, historical references, hypotheses, and so on. And although they are all generally accepted as evidence, the person presenting a hypothesis reading the Vedic version, perceiving and interpreting by his experience is certainly to be imperfect in four ways. That is, he is subject to committing mistake, to becoming illusioned, to cheating, and to having imperfect sense. Although the evidence may be correct, the person himself is in danger of being misled due to his material defects. Apart from the direct presentation, there is a chance that an interpretation may not be perfect. Therefore, the conclusion is that only a direct presentation can be considered evidence, and interpretation cannot be accepted as evidence but may be considered proof of evidence. In the Bhagavad Gita, at the very beginning, it is stated.
That's right. Thank you, Mataji. So here, interpretations cannot be accepted as evidence, but may be considered proof of evidence. But everything is the Vedic injunctions. So in these extensions of Prabhupada is giving analogy about the Dharma Kshetri, Kurukshetri as one of the example. It is a place. We have to take it as it is. We do not interpret that some kind of analogy by someone else. It is direct explanations here by the Vedic injunctions, the Pramana, the Sanskrit shlokas. In other way for us, The Sanskrit slokas are the prominent and pramana. Interpretations can be anything, but we use interpretations only to support that verse, not covering that verse. So in the Puranas again, the conch shell and the cow dung. Purana says that the stool is untouchable, but at the same Puranas or same Veda says that conch shell and stool of a cow, they're all pure. So we have to take as it is. We do not have to interpret. When we try to interpret, then uh, the original meaning will be covered. And the Vedic version, we accept the fact that conch shell and cow dung are pure and sanctified. That's it. There is no further arguments on that one. And in a similar way, so here mentioning out of four main types of evidence, direct perception, hypothesis, historical reference, and the Vedas, the Vedic evidence is accepted as the foremost. So this is very, very important. Even the direct perception, we are eating some food and we are just contemplating something, hypothesis, to experiment something. And historical references, even though they are present and the Vedas, we take the Vedic evidence is accepted as the foremost. And when the Prabhu, Historica Prabhu, he was, what is that? His Prabhu name? So when he was mentioning about all these things, what do we take it as a prominent is the historical difference. We have found this kind of historical evidence. Do we take it? So, but here we take to the Vedic evidence as the foremost. Then so objects may exist today and object may not exist tomorrow. But Vedic knowledge, it is eternal. That is to be accepted as the foremost. If we wanted to interpret the Vedic version, we must imagine an interpretation according to what we want to do. First of all, we set forth such an interpretation as suggestion or hypothesis. As such, it is not actually true, and the self-evident proof is lost. That's why we always accept the Vedic injunctions. Okay, they are swataha pramanyam yetesham. Natra kinchit vicharete. No need of further interpretation for them. So here Radharani, coming back to the original part. So Radharani, she is the staunch worshipper of Krishna, not different from Krishna. But if we wanted to worship Krishna, we follow in the footsteps of Radharani. In the same similar kind of mood. Though we may not be perfect as much as Radharani, but we are following in the right path. Okay? Here are few of the reflections. And we follow in the footsteps of the Acharya.
Thank you, Prabhu. This is a wonderful explanation with bringing a lot of correct reference. Is very nice. In fact, we have to worship Lord Krishna, divine Radharani as well, and we have a devotee has a right to see lotus feet of Lord Krishna, but it is not allowed to see lotus feet of Radharani, because it is also another Asarya deed, because if anyone can offense to Krishna, is not considered as a offense. But if anyone do any offense to his devotees, to Radharani, is not, he will suffer life after life. Is a demon, is a real demon. So that's why her lotus feet is not allowed to see. Only very special might see on Radha Ashtami in certain a glimpse, certain moment. Who are lucky, they can see her lotus feet. So that's why it's very, very divine, really divine. How the Radharani, how sweet, how we cannot. It's not question about all. Only to say we cannot understand. We cannot analyze. only devotion, only devotion, devotion, without no other way, no other way. So that's why it's what is the Radharani is very sweet mellow, actually divine mellow. No one can understand this thing. Actually, no one can understand means it is inconceivable. That's why I don't. Is some even my Param Guru Maharaj mentioned, if it is inconceivable, don't think about seriously. Don't think seriously. It is not throw your inconceivable. You know what is the meaning of inconceivable? Through your knowledge, you cannot understand. So leave it. So try to follow devotional service. Then you can understand. So in my practical, I am as a biologist, actually molecular biologist. I know what is the even the very minute thing we cannot see through our eyes and materials. We cannot see our eyes, but we can visualize whenever different process. For example, DNA. Who are these? I work also DNA genetic engineer. Actually, we can cut DNA, but we can visualize not immediately, not whenever I do graduation, but in master's research, PhD research, then we can see what is the DNA, how it can be cut, how it can be visualized through different process, through different experiment result. We can see, we can visualize this. So that's why I am bring this example, because if I say for example class 5 or 6 student or secondary student, maybe may not be they not understand about DNA. What is DNA? How to work of DNA? How to restriction enzyme? How to cut DNA? How to ligate? But this is a different process, genetic engineer. But whenever they can go in the advanced level, they can understand properly. So that's why not to early stage to understand what is the divine power, who is that position, through devotional service, through bhakti and pure bhakti, then they can, God will give power to understand the Radharani. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Nicely explained. Anything else, dear devotees? Meena Mataji? Okay, so okay, that is from Shri Brahma Samhita. A very beautiful discussion again, covering many artistic activities and their engagement in Krishna service. Okay, and dear devotees, if you're happy, and then we shall conclude our session for today and continue this Brahma Samhita next Saturday. Okay, we shall conclude. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you very much.
Hare Krishna.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण राम हरे